Then it came to Flying Lotus around 2007, 8. I think Flying Lotus has changed a lot how the hip hop sounding now, with more electronic type of stuff, and the sound is much bigger, you know. Suddenly the DJ Premier songs were tiny, but in 90s the DJ Premier song was the fucking, you know, harder stuff, you know.
Although, sorry, Flying Lotus, I think if you look at Massive Attack and Portishead and all this, you know,
yeah, trip hop or something, yeah,
early
experimental
things, it's kind of like, you know,
yeah,
that kind of vibe
I mean,
went into hip hop.
It's much the volume, it's much higher.
Yeah,
it's fucking banging. It's 2008. They have more of these VSTs, computers, blah blah. And then around there it came to this trap era and this stuff. Suddenly, I think it was like East Coast era in New York, and then it was 90s West Coast era. They were like the money making. I think then the South Side era coming with the much slower beats, like 70 BPM, with the bounce effect, and yeah. So now it's this era, right? Like, and it came around with like trap, cloud rap. There's many sub-genres of the new school hip hop, because that's normal, you know. It develops in different directions, you know. So what I wanna talk about is this new school versus old school, you know. Like how do you as a MC see that, and also you as a b-boy, do you like to b-boy on trap beats, and you as a graffiti artist, like, does this even touch you, or you listen to, I don't know, Lee Hazelwood, you don't give a fuck about that? Like, I know b-boys, they didn't like hip hop a lot around here. I mean hip hop with machines. They like the breaks, you know, the funk breaks. Yeah. But there was long era. They didn't listen to hip hop. You know, a lot of b-boys. They were like, funk is the real hip hop with the breaks, and you know. Yeah. So yeah, I think everybody was talking to another generation that is fake. Grandmaster Flash was saying that these guys are fake because they're using MPCs. They loop the drums. They don't have to do juggling. What they do then, you know? That was like that. And then the guys also started these computer beat makers, you know, like, no, you have to use MPC, you know. There's a lot of talk in that. And how do you as MC look at old school, new school?
I think it's about the lyrics, right? For me. Old school for me, okay, there was always like drugs, money, bitches, whatever, you know. But I think it's flipped around now. As in the 90s was more like, how can I get out of this? I want to make a better life out of me. As in versus now, it's more like this is the life, you know. Like, so it's kind of making this a life that back in the day they were trying to get out of. It's making it kind of like bigger, or like, I don't know how to say in English, like poveličevanje, like making it.
But do you feel you can rap on any type of beats? Yeah. It doesn't matter for you.
Okay, for me it really doesn't matter, because I listen to a lot of different music. Also the projects that I do, I work with one guy that makes kind of like futuristic hip-hop something we're called Schlagwerk. He's an older guy, kind of, I don't know, DJ Dado.
He's an old school pioneer, hip-hop DJ in Ljubljana, yeah.
And his beats are like kind of like a fusion of old school with the kind of something that didn't came yet, you know, something that's about to happen or something. We also we have a song that is gonna come out now soon, that it's kind of flirting with the trap, not really, but the flow that we go on, it's trap flow, right? Okay. Then I also do some electronic thing when I go slower, and like, and then also like the classic boom bap, you know. So I don't know, it's just how you lay on the beat. I think you have to feel the beat.
You're
and
listening
I don't
more.
mind
You're
the,
listening more to the vibe than the BPM
yeah,
or
yeah. I don't mind the
but
different beats.
what do you
for
think
sure.
about the like MCs in trap scene? Who like they rapping, they diss them like they're all the same, like no.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
you know, they diss them because.
Plus,
of
I don't
that.
understand them much.
I think in like '92, everybody was
biggest.
rapping like Does Effects. Everybody started a diggity, a diggity. You know? Yeah, I really think everybody was copying everybody. You know?
Now this is happening
and this
again,
is
of
what
course.
art is,
Yeah.
I think. You know, it's a reproduction of
Yeah.
what you see. You know, you cannot like. I make my first fire in the world, and I say, no one can touch my fire. This is just my fire.
Yeah, but it's
I'm
okay,
going a little
okay,
bit,
okay,
sorry.
yeah, because we were talking about this already 1 week
too
ago.
deep, yeah.
I guess about this, like reproducing something that's already been made and trying to copy it, but then like I think there should be a point where you find your own flavor. And what's happening now, I see a lot of the same
Clones.
clones, you know,
Yeah.
they all have I don't want to diss any hairstyles or whatever, but like they all have fucking dreads with the like colorful, you know, they look the same. And also what's up with the names?
They
What's
like
up with the
Pokemon.
names?
They like
Why
Pokemon.
little? Why are they all something like little? I don't get it. Like where's the original? I think it, like for me it lacks the originality. I mean, I can like some trap, of course I can like some trap, you know, but
it's like I know
Man,
I know
I don't
guys who may organize like Memphis trap, like really underground trap.
Yeah.
And it's really dope. I went there.
The Earth Gang,
and
I like
everything
that
is
shit,
really smoke dark beats with dope, man. But this is not the same trap that industry is talking about. You know, so I think there are also two kind of trap or even more, but I think two scenes going on. One is really underground again, and one is again industry like trap, you know. But it's the same with hip hop and,
I mean,
and
but it's
all
also
music, you know. You have like really dope, like Figu Brazlevic is coming, and Tech Development is right here, and they are performing. It's really dope hip hop, man. But it's not industry, it's not like commercial, it's not, but it should be. It's not like, you know, it should be out there so people listen. But in the end, the civilization of people, I think, still choose what they, or they don't want to choose. Music is something what is just there, like
you
this
feel it
can,
or you
you know?
don't, man.
This, you know, because it's just too much of the music.
But can
You
I
know?
say something actually, something else about the trap that I feel why it got so popular as well, right? Because especially in hip hop, maybe I'm just observing this. People got a bit tired of this, like because hip hop, especially kind of social political, right? They maybe got a bit like, oh, like there's another dude trying to say something political, like oh, like you know.
Yeah,
And then
in
trap
the same
came.
way, in the same way, like
Yeah, and then trap came, which is okay. It's 70 BPM, but actually it's 140. But they rap on 70, right? So it's a faster beat to dance to,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's party music. It became something that you really can kind of go crazy when you go to party, right? And it still has the field of I'm still in the hip hop, but I can go crazy too. I don't know. Something
you
that
think?
reminds me of swing and blues versus swing. You know, that kind of jazz field. I don't know, like yeah, whatever.
Yeah, or punk rock thing.
Punk rock, yeah.
You know, when punk came, all the rockers were like, "No, you're
Yeah,
destroying the rock.
Yeah, exactly.
We have Pink Floyd.
Yeah,
Why do we
exactly.
need one dude on guitar playing the same chord and screaming 'fuck your mother' 10,000 times?" You know, and everybody hated punk except of punks.
Yeah.
But as soon as the punk was accepted, it's gone. I think soon as hip hop was accepted, was gone. Because when I had my first Wu-Wear pants back in 2000, I went across Ljubljana. Everybody was looking at me. I had pants like that, baggy and shit. All town was looking at me. Now, nobody will look at you because they'll see hip hop, you know? All grandmothers will say hip hop. I think soon as that come, the scene is that. I mean, not scene, the hype. Because the hype is something provocative, and provocative was like punk. Now you see guy with the punk, this you say, hey, punk, man. You know, it's not like, look at his hair, you know. And I think trap is another provocative thing, that it's like provocating everybody with their own style of Pokemon and playing gay gangster, because they know gangster hates gays, and they rap like gay gangster too provocative, so everybody would listen to him, you know. Or I'm wrong.
I think if we speak about new school, old school in b-boying, in breaking, it's like if you speak about music, what we used to dance, of course, it's like funky music at the beginning, but now I think if you watch the battles, I don't know, the worldwide battles, it's the same DJ and the same music everywhere, and it's like getting boring. Like, I mean, there is so big potential of kind of music which we have in the library, but there is only some which choose, because, for example, one moment is live stream. When they live stream it, they have to have the certain like list of music which it's paid music, and they can't like use, I don't know, for example, James Brown, if they didn't pay for this, you know what I mean?
Copyright.
Yeah, and so it's like, it's kind, from one side it's stupid, from other side it's just commercial, as we speak before.
Because it's really limited.
Yeah. It's like it's cut the music, so it's like sometimes I get bored. Like you go in and it's the same beat, and you're like, okay, you know each sound, and no kind of surprise for you that, oh shit, what's the sound? Okay, I will try to show it. Yes. This is how I see it as a b-boy.
Yeah.
So, but if you speak about new school and old school breaking, it's like before it was more about originality. Before it was more about be unique, and it was no like kids contest. There was no contest like cutting that, okay, 15 years old, 16, 17, 5, and it's kind of okay.
Categories.
Yes, like categories like. The other point is there were no there were no like, okay, it's like top rock footwork. There were levels, but I mean, if someone gets on the floor, it was personality. It was not, oh, nice footwork, oh, nice this. Then they cut it more, and like, I mean, now we have the basic moves and so on, and it's dope. I mean, it's dope to share it, to teach kids, to explain that there is tones of, I mean, different levels, and you can do this, start from this, learn like this, and then get to your own originality. But before, I think people just did different stuff, and there were no internet to watch this guy and like, oh, I know his style, or you know. So, but people comes to the event. You can see even now some old school videos, and just you watch it and like, oh shit, like nowadays is like more. This move is popular, this guy is winning the event, and his style is good. Okay, everyone trying to do the same, and like, okay, and then, oh, he's not popular anymore. Oh, this guy, yeah, and everyone like the same, and like, okay, where is the unique moment? You know,
it's the same in music.
The same music. I mean, it's whole world because of internet, I think. But the same moment is a lot of information, but people don't know how to use this information.
And limited themselves for what they want.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And one thing are the industry payments that provoke like people to do more or less. Yeah. But the other thing are likes on the internet, which is no money, but people do it for likes. Yeah. Yes, so you got this pressure going on all the time, show something new, not new in style, but new in video and title.
That's the deal.
But what about b-boys and trap? Do you b-boy on trap?
I mean,
or you know friends, or because I never saw that.
I mean, you can do whatever, yes, any music.
On any music,
any
right?
music,
Yeah.
but of
but
course,
not on contest and stuff like that. Never. Or you saw somewhere, because you're going around a little
I have
bit.
not seen it, but I mean, if someone turn on trap now, I'm gonna rock it. Yes, but
Of
I
course,
mean, it's
yeah.
if a DJ gives you the challenge. I mean,
Is it drives you to breakdance or
I mean,
not? Or
I mean, it gives.
Just
I see the
personal.
music. I see the music as an energy. I mean, if I see the sound which is somewhere in this room and it's flying, I don't know. You can feel it, yeah, and you can try to catch it and show it, yeah. So
With that
and any music, if I mean b-boys, I think most of b-boys see the music as a challenge from the DJ. If DJ puts you some funky music and some guy practice only for trap, I mean on the practice spot, and he's on the even and he's like, oh funky, I don't know how to do it on funky. It's stupid. So and the deal is that for b-boys, maybe I'm wrong, but it's my point. It's a challenge from DJ. He just and you do, oh shit, thank you, bro, and you go, you know. And I think b-boys see the music from this point, of course. Yeah, that's how.
And you, DJ Splinter, Graffiti, everything, new school, old school.
I think that trap is a normal progression from rap to today. So it's more provocative, it's more aggressive in some way, like expressing yourself, but at the same time it's more like pop music. Like the production is like sounds, strings, these harmonies. It's a lot of harmonies. In back in the days in boom bap, you had this beat and the bass. This was the most important thing in a hip hop beat, yeah, like the drums and the bass, and you could go like in the city, you go to see a club or something, and you could hear what they're playing from the outside just because of this. Yeah, and nowadays this is trap. We were like. Back in the days, we're talking about drugs,
But
taking
nowadays
drugs,
it's even louder.
bitches, all the same like it's today, you know.
But it's even louder today. With
Yeah.
these 808s, with
Yeah.
heaviest compressors.
Yeah, it's life is even harder today.
Life is harder today.
I think it's normal for the kids they want to make their point, to make their mark, like we want to do it back in the days, and it's just from the old school we need to understand them, and from the new school they just need to know where they are coming from. So maybe a little respect or something like that on both sides.
Okay, guys, that's it for all my questions. If we have something else, if not, who has a question? Yeah, anybody?
Yeah, for me, just it was about what he was saying. Oh, that was nice.
It was good sound.
I was about to talk about the energy of the music, actually. What he was talking about, for me, trap or funk or any music, she was talking also about contemporary dance and other concepts of music and motion. For me, it's not about the choice of the music, actually. It's about the vibe that's where you are, where people often talk about catch the flavor or catching the flavor. For me, I all the time I'm focusing about catching the moment. Actually.
The moment, yeah.
Because sometimes you don't have. Sorry. Sometimes you don't have like the music, but you have the. He was talking about the energy, and for me, it's very important when I dance. It's not only it's not only doing, it's being in the movement. Actually, it's not. For me, there is a big difference between doing or being part of this or being that thing. Yeah, I think for the old school or new school for rapping or for breakdancing or for whatever, it's not. This is, I think, the key. It's not only doing; it's the process. Because between the new generation and the old generation, for me, I think I'm not from the old generation. I'm also new generation. I'm even more really the youngest one. But I felt like with all this technology, with the media, Facebook, computer, and all the stuff, that people ignore often the process to arrive to that. So they watch videos, they follow the favorite b-boys, favorite
like
dancers.
I say, you forgot to rap. You start to be promoter more than rap or breakdance.
You see,
There's a thin line between that.
yeah.
When you stop b-boying and just promoting something
Exactly.
and liking.
Like people, for example, for b-boys or for trap, for me trap, I keep in mind only haircuts and tattoos.
Yeah.
For me, this is not. It's nothing. I like.
Because music is music,
And
right?
I'm also, I cannot, when I'm talking like this, for me it's like really pleasure to share some of my thoughts, because I'm not, I say after dancing, he was also saying about this thing, he danced for 12 years, but he was really dancing for 6 years old. Like 6 years for real dancing. Like, and for me, I share this because often people, when they talk about dancing, they're like this, and they calculate dance with time.
With time, yeah. Not with focus and...
Actually, it's not.
And,
For me, it's about all the time. It's like if you like it, like take it. If you want that, you need to do that. Not to think about that I am doing. Thinking is great, but it's not physical.
I think it's really important, the attitude, because I meet some guys from village far away in Russia, and they don't have money even to travel to Europe for some event, and they collect money half year, for example, work and so on, and then they go Europe 3 events and come back and like, yeah, we did it. And they so raw, they so like, I mean, they so into the culture, they have so much information and so creative, original and different, because they are like, they fight for those passion. I mean, they appreciate that they have it, because if not, they don't know what they're gonna have. I mean, yeah, and this is an attitude also. So if you do something, fucking love it, because it's like it's no way you just acting that you are good in something because everyone do it like this, or some guy do it. Oh, I have to be like him. No, it's like it's his own story and how the person look like, acting like, and work like, and this is own story. Each person have own story, own perspectives, own energy, own life story, own moment, and so on. We changing now. We sitting here and we changing every second. And it's so stupid for someone. I catch some moment when I was like, whoa, one month ago I was rocking so hard and now I can't. Why? And then I'm like, oh, I'm stupid. I'm changing all the time. So I'm not gonna be the same as week ago or something. Even if I don't know, have some injury, I understand that it's still me. I can't rock as 1 week before, but it's the moment. Catch it. I mean, you know,
I know, yeah.
the attitude. If you like with the right motion gets to the deal what you're doing, it works. It works anyway. So that's the point.
Be in the moment with yourself, like alone, you know. I had a big
a
problem
cipher, right?
with that, you know. I call it energy prostitution, you know. That means you just wake up and you just give to people and you live like that, you know. But you're never alone in your room and just think about, you know, and it be easy. Soon as I found that out, you know, I started rap and make my CD, because I found out what I want to do, you know, like soon as I did that. So yeah, like you said, really good, like catch the moment, and
also one more thing about music. For me, when I like sometimes in battles, I meet some good b-boys. Really, they can smoke the shit out of me, like very easy. Like technically, I'm not that good. But when you see some dancer like dancing in different music, the DJ, as he was saying, like play challenge. So he put funk music, and he had like, for example, you see good b-boy in front of you, you are afraid, but you said, okay, fuck it, I will do it. I will smoke him. So I know the music, you know.
yeah.
So when you start with good break beats, like with electronic stuff, like or many new stuff, like for example lean rock, everyone knows, like everyone know this. So then dance good. As soon as they change for James Brown or something, the guy, he do the same sets on James Brown. So it's like he know A, B, C, D, A, B, C, C. So you say, fuck that, what is this? So you don't see anything. For me, when I dance on this music, I dance the same on each music. That's why, like, for example, when I hear James Brown, for me, I try to dance the same on lean rock or any other music, because I try to, even it's machines, but I try to think about this musician when he was playing his, I don't know, drums, guitar, whatever thing. It's not sound without life. It's musician that he was playing. So
Yes.
if you think about that, you have already a vibe, like with personality, not
Yes.
only waves. He was talking about movement.
Yeah.
If you catch that, it's already vocabulary. It's a foundation, like you
Yes.
can kill the other one with his flares or whatever. So I think also music is the key, like.
But yeah, and if you compare it to the live music, when you hear the real instrument, it's something. I mean, and it's like the sound of nature or anything. Like it's kind of, I don't know, the sound from the speaker. Yes, it's grooving. It makes you groove. But I learned it from kids. I mean, we had a project with deaf kids. They don't hear at all. Like, and first we came and like, okay, first lesson. What should we do with kids? Yeah, like, and like we had a translator and we asked, should we turn on the music? Sorry, guys, and you don't hear, but should we turn on the music? Yeah. Like turn on music louder and bass more. We feel it. So we don't hear it. We feel it. Of course, everyone know it's from the like closing vibrations from the floor, and we realize that they feel more than we are because we used to hear a lot. Like it's our source of like information, and the kids they feel more because they used to it, and they teach us how to like we stop. I mean we turn on music, bass, and we touch the ground and like, oh yeah, I feel it, turn it more. And
Crazy.
like, so and that moment I was like, oh shit, feel, not hear. But and this, I think this is a good point. When it's live music, you can feel it straight because once I get a little high, okay, but I heard the sound, the guy just playing on the guitar, and I was standing on the balcony, I start dance, and I was like, we stop, I don't know how long was that, but I came to him and man, I thought that I can see your thoughts, what you thinking about when you play. And I tell him, I saw that there is a lot of people and you are in front of them and you like rocking it so hard and so on, you scare about something, and he tells that it's pretty close about what he think about. And I was like, oh shit. So you can feel the motion through the sound, but if it's live sound, I mean, if the sound is really from the fingers, yeah, you like, your muscles are, I mean, yeah, that like you want to show some, the same like pictures, you can watch the pictures and feel something, yeah, the same like colors, it makes you be different a little bit or hypnotizing you. That's why some b-boys, for example, I don't know, Uzi Rock, he's hypnotizing people because he's sometimes he's slowly, sometimes he fast, but his round is fucking 3 minutes and you already like forget about anything you think about today, but he's like rocking it, so that really that is hypnotizing. I mean, the sound, the movement, the art is hypnotizing, and if it's stay in your art, no matter DJ, MC, graffiti art or breaking, no matter, it works. I mean, it works for you at the beginning and other people see this, I think, yeah. That's how it works, I think.
Yaman. Thank you all for coming, and have a nice day and enjoy the festival King of Concrete 2018.